It's day 2 of me trying to make more than my husband in a day, and I think he beat me already. I think he did. So I'm sad, but it's okay. It's totally okay, right, guys? It's totally okay. We're all winning. But yeah, it's been a day. All day today. Gmail's been notifying me that somebody is trying to get into my email. What they're looking for, I don't know, but they're doing it all throughout the day. I think I've had to say I'm not signing in about 20 times today, so they're really trying hard. I really feel like somebody that I know might be coming for me. I don't know what I did to them. I will not apologize. I'm just it is what it is, I guess, because I don't know what I did to them. And if they can't come to my face and say it, then I guess this is how we're doing things. But I can't even imagine what I have done to anybody that make them want to go into all my information like that on a constant basis. If it's not my bank. I don't know, did I tell you guys? Before I went to California, somebody got my card and they did $90 worth of something at a gas station. And so that happened. I had to get that refunded. And then yeah, it's just been ongoing since April. I don't know what's going on, but listen, my credit's not great. I don't have anything in my account for them, so have fun trying. It's just have fun. I mean, you're getting a little bit of money here and there for me, but you know what I mean, like at the end of the day, you're tapping into the wrong accounts. I am not balling by any means, so yeah. Mona took the stuff out of her room, and now I have both of her paintings that I've been asking for forever. Isn't she a great artist? I think she is. I've been asking for both of them forever, and now this is the one that I did not have, and now it is in my possession. She gave me this one up here, and now they're both in my possession just the way I wanted them to, so I'm happy about that. My son, did I tell you guys? My son stayed with his grandparents, and Kimana is begging because I go in his room every day and I just sit there for a second and be weird, just staying in his room. But she's like, why are you in there again? But I can't help that I miss him. Just miss him, and I want my family back together. So I'm just staying there for a month, and we have to go back and get him, which I'm not looking forward to. But I mean, I had all my stuff together, right, for court when I came back. So I went to court 2 days ago, and in my file was all of our birth certificates, all of our social security cards, all of that stuff, right? So I needed to file for the next day, and I forgot to take out his birth certificate and social security card to give it to his grandparents so that he can get on a flight. I don't know if they need that. He does have his old school ID, which is probably expired by now, but he has old school ID that's probably expired. And I'm gonna see if I'm gonna call whoever I decide to try to book with and see if we can do that so he could just have a flight, because I would much rather have a flight than to go back out there, even though my friend is kind of like looking forward to me going out there again. But I wouldn't have enough time anyways. It would be like we get there Friday, spend that night, and leave on Saturday. So I wasn't gonna be there for that long anyways, not long enough to kick it with anybody or long enough for any of that stuff. So I mean, unfortunately, that's just the way it is. But I'm gonna tell you, that trip to California really made me appreciate my house. I'm living on a high right now. I know I'm gonna be like not loving it and I'm wild. But for now, I'm living on a high for my house because it's my own little space. Let me talk to you guys. I'm gonna clip this here because it's gonna be a long one. Over the 20 years, a lot has gone on between us, like a lot. So recently, lately, I've just been feeling like it's stagnant. It's not going anywhere. It's not moving. We're not growing together. And he's kind of just staying in the same No, I've been frustrated, like really frustrated with him, our relationship, everything. So we go back and forth. As of late, I have been really losing my patience with him. Like, I can barely speak to him at times. If I wasn't working on the marriage this whole time, or the relationship, then we would be complete strangers, because he doesn't really put that effort in. So, like, I've given a lot of time, a lot of chances, a lot of everything to this relationship, and I just feel like I'm on my own a lot of times. So it's frustrating. All I want is for him to be in a better position than he's in, mentally, emotionally. That's all I've wanted since I met him. And I have to say that, you know, part of me is wrong, because I got in this relationship thinking that I could heal him and love him into the person that I wanted to be. But what if this was just him, and I was trying to change something about him that was him, you know? So, and I didn't like something about him that was him, and that's not fair to him either. You know what I mean? If this is who he is, and this is genuinely who he is as a person, I'm so sorry, guys, I'm so sorry. If this is genuinely who he is as a person, then I should accept him for who he is and not try to make him for something else. But the problem is, I don't know that I could accept him for who he is if this is who he is. And after all this time, I'm pretty sure we're looking at who he is. He's 40 years old. I met him when he was 20. If nothing has really changed since that point to this point, then I definitely feel like this is him. And maybe I've outgrown him, you know, as time goes on, because he stays here and I keep going, you know, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I keep going, and then I get frustrated because I feel like I'm still fighting with 20-year-old Kevin emotionally, and it's not going anywhere. Why am I still fighting with you, you know, on this, not fighting, but like the things that we have, these same talks I've been having for 20 years. So I feel like, you know, I'm having these same talks with, you know, the person that I felt like was gonna grow and mature into somebody else. And when you guys see him, it looks different on camera than the things that I go through with him, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he's a bad person, he's not. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? It's just that I think we want different things in life, and I'm starting to see that more and more as I'm aging, you know what I mean? And I didn't sign up to parent my husband. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted an equal partnership where we both contribute ideas and we both contribute to the marriage 100 into the marriage, into the relationship, into our family, into our home. And that's what I was looking for, and I just don't have that participation. So it has just been hard. I go back and forth thinking, like, is this just one of those situations? But it just feels like it's been going on for a long time, for as long as I can remember. And then there's times that I just put my feelings to the side and everything seems normal to everyone, because I'm just moving my feelings to the side for the greater good of the environment, because when I'm affected, it affects everyone around me. So I don't know, like, I don't know. Being honest and talking about these things on camera is not always the most positive thing, but for me, there's a whole, like, thing that needs to happen to make it a whole situation. It has to be a provider, he has to be emotionally there, spiritually there, you know, physically there, and be able to hold an intelligent conversation, add input, add a value, not take away value. If people are not adding to you and they're just taking away from you, then what are we all doing here? See, for me, I always try to get him to the next level, but what if that's not what he wanted? He wanted to stay at the level he's on. So I don't know. I wish these types of things were just easier, you know, if I could just talk to him like one time and we could just figure it out, instead of having this 20-year-long talk about the same thing over and over again. And what it boils down to for him is, I use this model speaking on his family, and it wasn't the right model, and I'm trying to break the mold. He's done counseling since we've been together over his family's issues and all that stuff, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. We haven't moved anywhere. We used to do marriage counseling, and it didn't really move anywhere because he kind of used it as a personal counseling session versus trying to fix us. And so I ended up not going anymore because I just felt like he needed more individual counseling before we could come together and do marriage counseling. The flip side of the coin is just like, how much more time do I give to this situation? We've been at this whole time, like going back and forth, and me getting irritated with him like very fast. So that's where we're at. You want to say something?
Hey YouTube world, I'm back. I just came back from the grind.
And
still
humping my leg.
Wow. Came back to my wonderful wife. I got the smiley dollar sign face, and I told her, we're bringing in the money. The second grind is something else.
So it looks weird now because I'm telling you how aggravated I am with him, and this is how he comes in. So
I didn't know all that. I just came in here and she invited me to come in and say something. So
yeah,
it's kind of strange. She invited me after I came in from my little grind.
Now I look crazy because I'm telling you how we've been not getting along, and this is how he came in. So it looks crazy now. But you could tell the truth, Kevin.
Yeah, we have not been getting along, and she stayed in her ground, and unless I do right, which is, you know, change things up in our relationship, it's still gonna be stagnation. So YouTube world, wish me luck.
Mind you, this has been going on for 20 years.
Yeah, it has been.
And so I don't have much faith anymore. I used to have a lot of faith in him, but now I'm just like, I don't know. But he looks at me with such love in his eyes, but the way he acts towards me is so different. It's weird. I don't know what to think or how to read him ever, because his actions are different than, you know, everybody else too can see. Like when he looks at me, they're like, oh, he really loves you, and I know he does, but when he just, I don't, it's confusing. Like, I don't know, and I don't know why it's so hard for him to be consistent with his love, like, or why it's weird, or if I come at him and I'm like, oh, let me love on you, and then he'll be like that, and so then I start pushing him away because I'm like, well, I'm not gonna keep getting rejected. I'm gonna freaking just reject you now. And then for some reason, and I wish you guys could be here, but he enjoys when I reject him. That's when he wants to be closer to me. It's like some weird cat and mouse, Tom and Jerry weird thing that happens between us. If I'm like, oh, leave me alone, I don't want to deal with you, then he wants to be closer to me. And I'm like, it shouldn't be that way. Like, we should reciprocate and like love on each other, not be like, oh, I don't want you, and now you're like, come to me. It's weird. All of it's weird. You don't think it's weird? I
think it's strange. It's just more evidence that I have to work on my dysfunction. And yeah, in the YouTube world, it's a lot of dysfunction that I acknowledged, but I still have ways to go to change a lot of things.
So he blames his family all the time for this?
But I have full responsibility for my actions, so I have to be more self-aware to change what I'm doing. Yes. I have a lot of work ahead of me, still working on my own personal development, and from my own personal development to work on my relationship with my wife so we can become better and stronger as a couple. And I have a lot of work to do. She's telling me some hard truths the last few days that really hit hard. You know, I need to grow up in a lot of aspects of my life, and she was tired of feeling like she didn't have the equal, and I need to bring more, not just work to the table, not just grinding to the table, but actual ideas that could further our relationship and also further our family and further us where we need to go in our life. So a lot of things that was kind of, it would hit home for me. But it's like that at this point in time, it's more or less action that she responds to. She wants to see more of me giving an effort.
It's been like that, but he won't do it. He's great at lip service. Like, he will charm you and say all the things you want to hear, but then as far as putting in the effort after that, you'll never see it. It just doesn't happen. So it gets frustrating, and then I'm like, I'm done, and that's pretty much what's been going on, you know, because it's frustrating. But look at how he looks at me. It's weird.
I don't think she realizes I was on the road for the last couple hours. And I always tell her before I leave, I was like for her to come with me to do deliveries because I miss her. She's like my motivation. So when she's not out there with me, I feel kind of alone. So, and she's like, oh, you can't, this time around, she's like, you can't charm me. You need to, we have a goal that we try to meet. So she's working on her online stuff, online side hustle. And then I'm also working on my delivery service that I'm part of. So she was like, listen, you know, she needs full 100% focus on that.
I don't think he's used to me having to do something outside of him, because my sole purpose is, like, I've always been focused on him the whole time. And so now that there's this thing that's taking me away from doing things with him, I don't think he's used to it.
Yeah, it takes me a minute. It's just like when she was working, when she was going to school full time and online and on school, it was kind of a challenge because I was like, oh, I'm so used to us being focused. She focused on me and this, that, and the other. So when she was 100% focused on school, to get her degree, I was like, what is this? So I had to give her time, because when she gets focused, she gets focused. She just sees what she needs to do, and that's it. Don't disturb her for that time period unless she's on a break. She'll let you know.
That's what I was saying yesterday. We got into it because he kept interrupting me over Rust. And I was getting frustrated, like, you see me here. And also I think he doesn't like equate it as working because I'm at home. So he doesn't really see the two. He's like, you're just right here in the office. But he doesn't really look at it like, you know, the same thing. So it's just a lot of...
It's a lot of adjustment, because I know she's working hard, and I see the results of what she's doing as far as her chat online support. Her online support hustle she got going on. And when she started, and she's been hitting the ground running ever since. So she utilized this desk, this whole office that she turned into a self-sufficient working machine. So I have to, you know, I'm learning to just realize, okay, she's doing something, and that's benefiting the family overall, and just give her time and her space.
Yeah, because I go 7 days a week. I don't take days off. So,
at the same time, don't forget she's actually taking care of the family as well. She's cooking meals. She's making sure the kids are okay, making sure the animals are okay.
The animals I do, but I don't cook anymore. I hardly ever cook.
And when she does cook, you know, and granted we've been away for a minute, so when she does cook.
That's another thing that was frustrating, is being away and not making money while I was gone.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm just trying to figure this situation out, because I just feel like I'm getting older, and I don't feel like we've grown since we've been together. I just feel like we're just in the same spot all the time. And I can't do that. Like, I can't stay in the same spot forever. It doesn't work for me like that. It works for him like that, and he seems to be fine. But he says he's not, but like, what's not moving is him. It's the thing that's dragging behind is him. Like, I'm yanking him everywhere, like, do this and do that. So he's the one that's keeping us behind. I don't know.
I'm still trying to figure out what my purpose is in this world besides going to work and getting the grind and doing things. Because it's just trying to figure things out, and it's been just taking me a minute, you know.
A minute is 20 years, you guys. That's a long ass minute, don't you think so?
Yeah.
It feels like a long minute to me. And don't let me talk about our sex life right now, because that's just another area that needs a lot of work, and that's another him issue. So
a me issue.
is that a me issue? You're saying it's
I think it's a group participation.
I'm glad that he came in. He said a little bit of what's going on and a little bit of his side, because I got that throat. Because yeah, it looked like I was completely making that up for YouTube drama, and it's literally not like that. I don't have a reason to lie. I don't have a gimmick other than being me, and that's the gimmick I want to keep. I have good days, I have bad days. I have times where we're perfectly fine and times that we're not. But honestly and truthfully, that's any relationship. And like I said before, peaks and valleys. Like, there'll be times to disagree. It's just that mine is a lot longer than most, that we have things that we disagree about, and it's just because, one, I'm very big on family, so I did everything I could to keep us together. Two, like, I wanted my kids to always be around their dad and have their dad in their life. And three, it's just me. I'm hard-headed, I'm bullheaded, and I will try to work something until I can't work it anymore. I do have things that are going on between us and behind the scenes right now, and I brought it to the forefront. Just for anybody else that might be going through something in their marriage or relationship, because it's not always easy. It's not always a peak. So just like anything else, we'll work through it and we'll come to a place of peace. But it's just lately, I don't know if my period's gonna start, because he's like my #1 target on my period. But I just feel like everything he's doing at this point for the last few weeks has been getting on my nerves. Maybe I'm gonna go through menopause. I think I was already supposed to have my periods. Maybe it's menopause. And I'm becoming I remember my mom going through menopause, and it wasn't very pleasant. We were all her targets. So I'm not quite sure. I don't know. Or it could just be me. I mean, I don't necessarily need a reason, like a hormone, to make me an evil snitch at times, you know what I mean? Like, I can just really be that way. But it was around the time it's supposed to be starting, but it's actually been going on for a while, so maybe it's not that, maybe it's just me. But yeah, whatever it is, I mean, we'll figure it out one way or the other. I just want him, and I'm hoping that having it out there like this might help him to see that he does have like inconsistencies and things that are going on that are showing me two different things. And you know, I'm always me. What you see is what you get with me, and when I tell him something, you know, I'm not sugarcoating it like I did when we first got together. I tell him directly, because I just feel like we're married, we should be able to tell each other directly how we feel without sugarcoating it. And because I sugarcoated it for so long, I just feel like he got used to that way of me talking to him, and then it wasn't sinking in because I was being too nice about things. Hold on a second, guys. No, but I'm just very direct, you know, and you know, you just gotta be direct sometimes and let him know. And I expect the same thing. He's said the same things pretty direct to me too, and you know, I'd rather it be that way instead of guessing. I don't like guessing. I don't like guessing your feelings or what you're thinking. Just outright say it, you know, because well, I don't like beating around the bush, because you know, my dad and I spend a lot of time together, and my dad does not beat around the bush, and I just really rather have it that way than, you know what I mean? The thing that hurts me, like if someone talks behind my back, because I just feel like you can come to my face with it. But other than that, I don't know. So I guess I'll keep you guys updated on what happens with us. I mean, as it's happening. hopefully we can just figure this out, because like I said, 20 years is a long investment, and I just want to, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna just make a knee-jerk decision off of something that I've invested so much time into. So just thinking about how he came in, it was just so freaking weird. Anyways, I love you guys. Until next time, I hope you have a really, really great week coming up. I love you guys, and like I said, until next time, bye. Check that weird arm movement I just did. I'm like, bye. What was that?